Hello and welcome to Wolfman Gaming. This is my Spiderman blind playthrough and we are heading to Times Square to do some investigating. In the last episode we had a little run-in with Electro and almost touched toes with Rhino, the big ugly bastard. And I think we did manage to at least slow Electro down a little bit. But I'm guessing we are gonna go closer in with him as well, further down the line.
I promise you, I'll bring it to the attention of the proper authorities. Emergencies do not permit the suspension of human rights. Your elected officials may not be willing to fight for you, but J. Jonah Jameson is.
And I must say, when you completed that episode, or that mission in the episode before the last one, where all the prisoners escaped from Rikers, this town got pretty fucking hostile.
Spiderman, here to lend a hand?
Sure, why not? Superior landing.
Thought you might need one, officer.
You don't know the half of it. Never seen anything like this devil's breath stuff. Forensics is having a hell of a time.
News reports say this is where Otto released Devil's Breath. Might have left some
Norman Osborn, a better mayor for a better New York. Ah, there we have it.
some residue on this sign. Maybe I can isolate it.
Going into our spectrographer.
AT rich leader sequence. This looks promising.
Okay, how should we do this? I'm gonna start with the one on the far right, because I'm guess that is gonna take up the most segments here. So that is not gonna work. Instead, I think we need to use this one and this one. Yes, there we go. And use that and that. That was simple enough. And then we have that and that. Smooth. Smooth operator. No.
Oscorp's modified
GR27,
CPF1.
Devil's Breath.
Definitely Devil's Breath. Should be able to track the dispersal path.
I'm gonna spare you from my singing.
Trail goes in a few directions. Need to find the right one.
Alright. So is left right? Or is it wrong? Let's try left. Why not? I have a good feeling about left. Oh, it splits. Well, this one seems to continue onwards, so
Really can't say, sir.
guess we'll go with this one.
Not this way. Should try another vapor trail.
Nope. I was wrong.
Spiderman, hey,
Huh?
you got this guy who did this. You hear me?
So where's... There we have. Stay
Vapor
safe.
trail heads up that building.
See if we can follow this one. Hopefully so. Oops. There we go. It seems you have to stay quite close to this scent trail or whatever you want to call it. Crow's nest.
Trail leads down into those vents. What was Otto doing up here? Should be a door or an access hatch around here.
What he was doing? He was fucking shit up. Because he's Dr. Octavius. Or Dr. Octopus. Well, let's see. Here's the trail. Geronimo! Did I just manage to loop back? I think I did. I did, didn't I? Okay. Take two. We go up here. No, hang on a minute. Yes, this is the correct path. Somehow I managed to loop around and head back to the beginning. And that was very stupid of me. There we
Well,
go.
this is moody.
On something's trail, investigate
Must be
Otto's
some way to hit the
hangout.
lights.
Okay. So there are junction boxes.
Let there be light. Whoa. Was Otto
Are there
using
more
this
of
as a
them?
staging ground? Chaos of the prison break would have been perfect cover to move in.
Let's see.
Electro. Total live wire, that one.
Transforming solid matter into energy.
Looks like Otto recorded messages for his crew.
Max, when you first conveyed your dream to me, I thought you insane. Pure energy. But as I dove deeper into the problem, I discovered a way to give us both what we desire. I promise you, when we are done, you will be pure energy. Or so close to it as to make the difference irrelevant.
Okay. That's interesting, I guess.
Electro's big pipe dream is to become pure energy. Doc actually managed to modify his harness to get a little closer to that goal.
And to think that this man can't work out the kinks of a very basic circuit diagram.
Old man Vulture. I've tangled with him more than anyone else here.
I think if Electro knew this, he would be a bit more hesitant to cooperate.
Adrian, what bitter irony that your miraculous wings should have wrought such horrors on your body. Thankfully, you are now working for me. When our work is settled, the treatment I've developed will cure you. You won't shuffle off this mortal coil just yet, my friend.
Was it like all the villains, you find out
What's
their
this now?
motivation?
Otto must have used this map to plan, but it's blank. Unless there's something here I'm missing.
Well, there is what looks like a black
UV
light.
bulb. Huh, nothing happened.
So anyone who has
Must be a way to get that
seen
lamp on.
the old movie Gone in 60 Seconds probably knows what's going on. I'm guessing that I know. Because I think it's written or marked
There we
in
go.
like invisible ink.
Hidden markings.
Yes.
Otto's tasked the villains to destroy Oscorp holdings throughout the city. He's trying to take apart Norman's empire piece by piece.
Icarus, lead to secure Devil's Breath anti-serum. Oscorp, Rhino, Electro, Vulture, Scorpion. Alright. So... Oh.
Electro's disabling Oscorp power plants. Makes sense.
Do I have to go through
What's
all
Vulture
of these?
doing in Times Square? Need to keep... Seems like the last stage of the plan is a direct assault on Oscorp. Rhino's targeting Oscorp's shoreline property. Scorpion must be trying to poison the city's reservoir. Lee's going after the Devil's Breath anti-serum. Using something called Icarus?
Surely you just... It's quite interesting that they would use a name like Icarus when they have Vulture involved. What's this?
Good old Rhino. My
Rhino.
second favorite Russian.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm not gonna listen through all of these tape recorders. Anyone who has played or is a fan of Spider-Man probably knows their motivation.
Norman. Feel like I can't turn around
And
without
I'm not
seeing
quite
his
sure.
face.
I have no
He
idea
smiles
how
for the
canon
cameras, collects his accolades,
any of
keeps
this
his boot heel
is.
pressed against my neck. Why can't
If
anyone else
any
see how
of you
selfish he
out
is,
there,
how
dear
reckless,
viewers,
how
knows if it's
evil?
way off the
If only
wall
they could be made
or
to see the
if it is
Norman I
quite
know,
close to
the man behind the mask.
main story in the comic books
Icarus. This is
or
it.
stuff like that.
Hello, Spider-Man. We've never been properly introduced.
Yes, we have.
Otto Octavius. There is no Icarus, is there?
No. Martin needs no assistance to secure the anti-serum. Icarus was a ruse to get you into position.
Into position?
Shit.
Need a lift? So refreshing to work for a man like Octavius. Backup plans for his backup plans.
Hey!
Ow.
Are you okay? What's happening?
Traffic's rough. Listen, Lee's coming for the anti-serum. We need to find Oscorp's Devil's Breath lab before he does.
On it right now. I'm pulling every building permit in the city. If there's a record of the lab, I'll find it.
That's great. Okay. Talk soon, MJ.
I like the fact that he answers his phone while being dragged and banged into buildings.
Trap failed? Softened him up. Time for plan B.
So Electro and Vulture both at the same time, I'm guessing. Or am I just fighting Electro?
Teamwork, beautiful, ain't it? Helping you reach those unattainable goals. Like killing Spider-Man.
That was almost heartwarming, Electro. You really grew in prison, didn't you?
Shit.
Miss me, now you got it. You know what? Forget I said anything.
I'm guessing with a guy like Electro, you wanna stay off him, apparently. And I'm guessing you wanna stay in the air. Try not to get grounded.
As usual.
Use web shooter to stun Electro. Well, I guess we're gonna have to get in a little bit closer to do so.
That got it. Now I can get closer.
There we go.
I can damage him if I web the transformer.
No, I'm just messing with you now, right?
Because one of the reasons I want to stay above ground, here's some meteorological fun facts. Something I know is that whenever there is a lightning strike, lightning actually hits, goes from the ground up, I think.
No, Adrian, it's me, Spider-Man.
It doesn't go down like you'd think. Instead there is a discharge from below. So I think it might be a good idea to stay above ground when it comes to this guy. So we are fighting both of them at the same time. Fun! And seeing that I have struggled a little bit with the previous bosses, Shocker, Mr. Negative, and Kingpin. Where the hell did you go? Ooh. This could be quite interesting to fight both of them at once. But it seems like Vulture is very susceptible to finishers, which is a really good thing, and I feel that I've gotten a good rhythm with those energy things he throws out, or whatever you want to call them.
You got it! You got my joke! I'm so happy I can almost not fight! Almost! Gotta be
So I'm
honest,
guessing we
when
should
you said
focus
you were
just
wrong.
on taking out one of them at a time. Ow. And I feel like Vulture is probably,
Figure of you, the wisdom of experience,
ow,
a fine
the
pairing.
easiest one.
Just like oil and water, sure.
Yes, I'll pluck your ass, you overgrown chicken. And then I'm gonna ground the other one. It's I never like getting caught in between bosses. That is usually never a good situation.
Watch your fire!
I remember back when I was playing, it must have been Dark Souls 2. There was a boss that had a name that I can't remember for the life of me. So you will see a text prompt showing up right about now with the name of that boss. And there you see it, or you saw it, so it's called like Soul Eater or some shit like that. Something something dramatic. Anyway, the thing with that boss was that he was super easy at first. But then he split into two, which turned it into a completely different ball game. Because you had to try to keep them on both on the same side. I think his name was Dark Lurker. Could be Dark Lurker. Well, either way, I have put in a text prompt, so maybe I'm right, maybe I'm wrong. The text prompt will tell you. Anyway, through the first half of the fight, or whatever it was, or maybe it was 2/3, he wasn't very challenging, because he wasn't super fast. I think he had quite lenient attacks. So I could plow his ass like a field. To be a bit disgusting. But when he split up, if you ended up in between them, that could put a really quick end to the fight. And that was super sad when that happened, because the run back to that fight wasn't very fun, because it cost you. I think you had to like pay with souls, because he was in another dimension, sort of.
Need to catch my breath. Take over, Exo.
Okay, let's ground this guy. Gonna ground your ass like pepper. That was one of those expressions that sounded a lot better in my head. And I feel it. Right, I have to shoot him with my web thingy. I need to get closer, apparently. Can we? I'm gonna try to use one of my other shooters. There we go. And also focus a little bit on this. I feel I'm talking so much about other things, so I was starting to lose focus on this boss fight. Oof, that was close. Well, I must say, I think this is quite a fun fight. And in comparison to the fight against, for example, Shocker, this feels a lot more forgiving, a lot more lenient. It might be that I've gotten better at the game, I've got a lot more skills, and that is probably a factor, but also these bosses feel like they are quite lenient. They don't gang up on you like Ornstein and Smo style.
He doesn't stand a chance.
He doesn't stand a chance. I would say that my chances are a lot better than these guys.
But I don't think you guys are assessing this
Unless
situation accurately.
there is, once again, Dark Souls reference, like this isn't even my final form thing
Can't attack while it's
going
dark.
on.
Need to stun or surprise it.
Let's see. Time to focus. Oh, shit. We'll focus on Sparky. Because he is not the one I was going for, but I'll take it. Come on, old man. And that is the thing. I think I've talked about that because that is also something, a little piece of criticism aimed towards this game. I think some kind of easy way to like focus on an enemy, like some type of lock-on, is something I really would welcome. Because when you're in big hectic fights, like you are, quite the big part of the time when you're playing this game, if you're trying to like web a specific enemy, I feel that there is no really good way to do so. You can do like I do now and aim your web shooter. But when you're in the middle of a hectic fight, even though it goes into slow-mo. Ah, that's the end of Electro.
One to go.
You don't want to do that, or I don't want to do that, because it breaks up the momentum.
Once too many. Tonight will be your last.
Because
war.
that's what's fun about these fights, are that they are super hectic. Where the hell? And when you go into like slow-mo, as I said, I feel it kills the momentum. Where did that bird brain go? There it was.
Supposed to try to finish him off.
Come on, Electro got with the program. Why can't you do it?
Looks like that
Ow.
hurt.
Need to get him to drop his guard first.
You won't do that again.
You won't do that again. I have done it quite a few times. It's really hard to keep track of where the hell he is. There we go. Finally. It wasn't pretty, but we came out victorious.
What's happening? Electro's been grounded.
Spiderman, I presume. If you you really cared about this city, you'd be helping me expose Osborn for the criminal he is.
By killing innocent people?
I would have restored the power.
You're sick. You need help.
I have all the help I need, and we will not stop until Norman gets what he deserves.
Well, that's 2 of them down. So what do we have left? Scorpion, Rhino, Mr. Negative, and Dr. Octopus.
I hate it when they team up. Just need to catch my breath. What time? Oh man.
That can't be good for your back.
Need to update Yuri.
Alright.
Yuri, Vulture and Electro are down. 4 to go.
I saw. Also noticed
Investigate
the rooftop in Times Square
reservoir.
exploded. Wouldn't happen to be related, would it?
Nothing gets by you. It was Octavius' staging ground. He's using the villains to pull apart Oscorp. Vulture and Electro were targeting power plants. Scorpion's going after water treatment. Not sure about Rhino yet. Something along the shoreline.
That's good enough to start. I assume you're going after Scorpion?
Yeah. City's already on the brink. If we lose clean water, we might never come back. I'll update you when I make progress.
Sounds like a plan.
But that is a mission for another episode, because I am gonna end this video right here.